Hey, Vikings faithful! Skol Nation, are you ready to dive into the hottest topics swirling around our Minnesota Vikings? The 2025 offseason is heating up, and the quarterback saga has been a roller coaster. From Aaron Rodgers rumors to McCarthy's rise, we've got drama, hope, and a whole lot of purple pride to unpack. What's the real deal with our QB1 spot? Buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride. The buzz started when free agency hit, and suddenly, every NFL fan seemed obsessed with where Aaron Rodgers might land. Some folks, looking at you, Jeremy Fowler on the Dan Patrick Show, threw our Vikings into the mix, suggesting Rodgers was holding out for a shot to wear purple. I mean, can you imagine Rodgers under center with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison? It's a tantalizing thought, but is it legit? Let's dig in and separate fact from fiction. So, grab your horns, hit that like button, and let's break down the latest Vikings news. Are we all in on McCarthy? Or is there still a chance for a veteran like Rodgers to steal the show? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get this Skol party started. Back in March, the NFL world was buzzing with Rodgers rumors. After a lackluster 2024 with the Jets, where he threw for 3,513 yards, 24 TDs and 12 INTs per ESPN stats, the future Hall of Famer became a free agent. Some reporters claimed Rodgers was eyeing the Vikings, drawn by Kevin O'Connell's quarterback-friendly offense and our stacked roster. 9 dome games, a top-tier O-line, and weapons like Jefferson. It's no wonder the idea got traction. But here's the kicker. The Vikings didn't bite. Insiders like Tom Pelissero and Adam Schefter shut down the speculation early, saying Minnesota was committed to McCarthy. After Sam Darnold's departure to a 3-year deal elsewhere, the team signed Brett Rippon as a QB3 and later traded for Sam Howell from the Seahawks, a clear signal they're building around their young gun. Did the Rodgers hype ever have legs? Or was it just media noise? What do you think, Vikings fans? Were you secretly hoping for Rodgers to bring his MVP magic to US Bank Stadium? Or are you all in on McCarthy? Let's hear it in the comments. Your take could spark the next big debate. Let's talk about McCarthy, the heart of our Vikings' future. The former Michigan star, drafted 10th overall in 2024, missed his entire rookie season with a meniscus tear. Tough break, right? But reports from Vikings.com say he's been crushing rehab, showing the same grit that led Michigan to a national title. Coaches are raving about his progress, with Kevin O'Connell calling him a natural leader at minicamp. The Vikings' faith in McCarthy is clear. They didn't just pass on Rodgers, they doubled down by adding Howell as a backup, not a competitor. Per Sporting News, McCarthy's poised to be one of the most exciting injury comebacks of 2025. With a playbook tailored to his strengths and playmakers like TJ Hockenson and Aaron Jones, the stage is set for JJ to shine. But here's the question. Is McCarthy ready to carry the Skol torch? Or should the Vikings have chased a veteran like Rodgers for a 1-year run? Hit the comments and tell me. Do you trust JJ to lead us to the playoffs in 2025? Now, let's address the Rodgers elephant in the room. At 41, the guy's still got skills, but Father Time is undefeated. His 2022 season with the Packers was solid but not spectacular, 3,695 yards, 26 TDs, and 12 INTs, per NFL.com. Then came the Achilles tear in 2023 and a rocky 2024 with the Jets. Some say he's lost a step, and the Vikings clearly agree, choosing youth over experience. Jeremy Fowler's comments on the Dan Patrick Show stirred the pot, claiming Rodgers was waiting out Minnesota. But posts on X, like one from @NFL Frischella on March 19th, confirmed the Vikings slammed the door shut. They're not looking for a stopgap, they're building a dynasty with McCarthy. And honestly, with O'Connell's play calling, who needs a 42-year-old QB? So, Skol Nation, what's the vibe? Are you relieved we're not chasing Rodgers? Or do you think we missed a golden opportunity? Drop your hot takes below. Let's keep this Vikings fire burning. Let's zoom out and look at why the Vikings are such a QB's dream. Kevin O'Connell's offense is a masterpiece. Top 10 in passing yards, 4,296, and points per game, 27.8. In 2024, per ESPN. Add in Justin Jefferson, who hauled in 1,540 yards last season, and Jordan Addison's 911 yards, and you've got a receiver duo that's pure dynamite. TJ Hawkinson's return from injury only sweetens the deal. The offensive line? Fixed. After drafting 2 linemen in 2025, per CBSSports.com, the Vikings allowed just 31 sacks last season, top 5 in the NFL. And don't sleep on our defense. Ranked 4th in points allowed, 18.9 per game. This roster is built to win now, which is why the Rodgers rumors got so much traction in the first place. But here's the big question. With a roster this stacked, should we be patient with McCarthy? Or would a veteran QB have pushed us over the Super Bowl hump? Sound off in the comments, Vikings fans. I need your passion on this one. Halfway through and the plot thickens. The Vikings' decision to stick with McCarthy wasn't just about faith, it was strategic. Trading for Sam Howell, a former starter with 4,115 yards and 21 TDs in 2022, per Pro Football Reference, gives Minnesota a safety net. If McCarthy stumbles, Howell's ready to step in, not Rodgers. This move screams long-term vision over short-term hype. The fanbase is buzzing, and I get it. Posts on X, like at Vikings fanpage's April 14th update, mentioned Rodgers pitching a 1-year championship run while mentoring McCarthy. Tempting, sure, but the Vikings said no thanks. They're betting on JJ's upside, and with O'Connell's track record of turning average QBs into stars, it's hard to argue. What's your gut telling you, Skol Nation? Is Howell the perfect backup plan? Or should we have rolled the dice on Rodgers' experience? Smash that comment section. Your voice matters. Let's talk about the media's role in this saga. The Rodgers to Vikings chatter exploded because of a few persistent reporters. Fowler's Dan Patrick Show comments reignited the fire, but insiders like Pelissero and Schefter, per Yahoo Sports, were quick to douse it. The Vikings front office never wavered, with GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah praising McCarthy's elite intangibles at the 2025 Combine. Even when Rodgers went on TV, per an ex-post from at Pat McAfee Show, saying he'd play for $10 million, Minnesota didn't flinch. They're focused on building around youth, not chasing aging stars. And with 2 international games in 2025, against the Steelers in Ireland and another in London, per ESPN, McCarthy's got a global stage to prove himself. So, fans, what's the deal? Is the media hyping Rodgers too much? Or are they just feeding our Vikings obsession? Drop your thoughts below. Let's keep this Skol energy alive. Let's dream big for a second. If McCarthy takes the reins and balls out, what's the ceiling for this Vikings squad? With a top 5 defense, an elite O-line, and weapons galore, analysts like Kay Adams on Up and Adams say we're a playoff lock. Last season's 11-6 record and wildcard win prove we're close, real close, to a Super Bowl run. But there's a catch. McCarthy's still unproven in the NFL. His college stats, 2,991 yards, 22 TDs, and 4 INTs in 2023, per Sports Reference, show promise, but the pros are a different beast. If he struggles in training camp, as Bolivip US suggests, could the Vikings pivot? Unlikely, but the Howell trade keeps options open. What's your bold prediction, Skol Nation? Is McCarthy leading us to the promised land? Or are we one piece away from glory? Hit the comments and let's dream big together. As we near the end, let's look at the bigger picture. The Vikings' choice to bank on McCarthy reflects a shift in the NFL. Youth over experience. Teams like the Chiefs and Eagles built dynasties with young QBs, and Minnesota's following suit. O'Connell's system, paired with a roster ranked 3rd in overall talent by PFF, sets JJ up for success. The Rodgers saga, while fun, was a distraction. Posts on X, like at Jasper Football's March 24th update, confirm Rodgers wanted a culture like Green Bay's, but the Vikings are crafting their own identity. With Aaron Jones, a former Packer, already thriving in purple, 1,238 rushing yards in 2024, we don't need another ex-Packer stealing the show. So what's the vibe, Vikings fans? Are we building the next NFL dynasty? Or should we have chased Rodgers for one last hurrah? Share your thoughts. Let's make some noise. Alright, Skol Nation, it's time to wrap this up. The Vikings are all in on JJ McCarthy, and the Rodgers rumors are officially dead, buried under a pile of purple pride. With a stacked roster, a genius head coach, and a young QB ready to shine, 2025 could be our year. But it's up to us, the fans, to bring the energy every Sunday. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your predictions for McCarthy's rookie season. Will he throw for 3,000 yards? Lead us to the NFC North crown? And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay locked in on all things Vikings. Share this video with your fellow Skol fans. Let's spread the purple fever. Skol Vikings. Let's make 2025 legendary. See you in the comments, and as always, go Vikes!